Not seeing anything.
Hold on.
Not
Damn. Click start
seeing
streaming.
anything.
Hold on. Together. So go ahead.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, it looks weird for a second, but once y'all get in here, I'll go back to the Discord channel.
Knock knock.
Okay. So accept. I got you 8-bit.
There you are.
Okay, so y'all just need a knock. Okay, accept. I got nerdy. I got emo.
I'm just not gonna knock. No one watches my channel.
Stop. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
I know.
Nope.
It's too complicated, so I'm just gonna
Sorry,
have it
sorry. It sounds terrible. Okay, so this should be.
All right, so I'm getting out. I'm getting out of Discord now. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
No, on this screen.
I'm getting mic off. There we go. There we go.
Turn that off. And then, what is this? All right, let me turn on. Did I not have? Oh, stream together. There it is. Discord. Hey, Charlie. Yes, I definitely got lots of rest. Thank you.
Okay. So is it working? One red.
Mm.
I see it. As long as you just have to stay on the Discord.
Okay. Is Morgan's camera not here? She just gonna be like separate or
I'm just on the stream together.
you hear an echo? Is that just me?
It's probably because you have stream together up and Discord up.
Should I close? So I gotta keep this up. Hold on.
Mute one.
I did mute. Hold on. You know. Nope. Don't see nerdy. Yes. Echo. Double audio. Is it on? Just mute the mics on one source. This
Okay.
is. Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna mute on this side and see if that fixes.
I can hear you. I'm echoing. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know if you could have it working on the Discord and the stream together.
Cause see, I don't see Marley in the stream together.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think you're muted, Sasha. I can't hear you.
Oh, it's because if she's coming through the Discord, you can't hear her.
Hello? Testing, testing.
Speak again?
I think you have yourself muted on the Discord, Sasha. You'll have to mute on the other one if you want to do the Discord.
I thought I was.
No, you muted Discord, not the call.
Okay, I am muted on the other one. Is there an echo here? Is it...
Should have my camera working. I don't know why there's still an echo.
So are we doing
So
Discord or are we doing
so-
stream together?
well, we need both so that we have the main chat, but the video will probably be Discord so we can all see each other.
Okay, so
Oh,
on stream together, I can turn off the mic and turn off my video. Is that right?
Right.
Just don't leave. Just like be there, mute it, and then come back to the Discord.
here. Yeah, if I mute that, then can you hear me in the Discord still?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
But I hear myself though. I don't like that. Try that instead.
Let's see, and I'm just gonna move this over so we just see chat.
No, I'm
What is
hearing everybody
this?
twice. I'm not gonna stream this.
Manage. Oh, chat just vanished. You must be live in order to enable shared chat. I am live. Start sharing chat. Okay. We should have a shared chat. Says some streamers aren't live yet. Okay, shared chat enabled.
I'm live. We're good.
Okay, you're
I
live.
might turn this off.
Okay, chat should be good. My
I'll
poor
make
computer.
this
It's like,
pop.
Okay, Isaac's here. Meaty's here. Okay, let me try to move this over so we just
Don't show me this again.
see.
Oh,
Nope,
sorry.
not to
I'm so.
make you big. Friend. Is the chat. Let's see how this looks. Looks okay.
Fuck.
Figure it out. I hate the collab together. And I've got the chat. I can see the group chat. Don't being exact. This is how I gauge what stood out to you most, what where your character is at, kind of with what happened last session, what you remember most, like what it's a barometer for me to see kind of like where are at the start of this session. So anybody can start. just doesn't even have to be like exactly in order of events. Just want y'all to kind of like tell me what you remember from most from last session to recap, and then if like if someone else remembers something they want to add on at the end or after, like y'all can. So anyone who wants to start, go ahead.
So, from what I remember, we were hauling that wine or that alcohol cargo. We got ambushed in the woods when the road was blocked, and the members of the ambush party were mentioning something about a dark lady, and we killed.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
I was drenched in blood and gore.
I think that I had just been revived, right? So I'm probably still feeling a little lethargic, a little hurt, a little bit. Maybe a little wounded pride as well. Um, yeah, that's all I remember.
Anything to add, Marley?
Well, I know the bandits were attacking us because they worked for those elves, I think, that don't like humans. And one of the guys, Frankfurt something, for the German, uh, was working with them.
Good old Frankfurt
Not,
German.
not the German. I'm dead.
He's dead. No, actually, he's dead. Um,
Right. Yes.
and we barely survived killing the bandits, and I guess we're bedding down for the night in this creepy forest because we still have to protect the cargo.
It's all right. So to kind of bring us into the scene, um, Seeker, you are just kind of getting to your feet. Your forelegs wobbly and unstable. You were laying in like a puddle of blood. Cranial pretty close to her near the front of the caravan train where all of this kind of went down near that fallen tree. Aloy, kind of in the middle of the entire caravan, was taking cover underneath the carts and around the barrels of ale and spirits that y'all are transporting to this wedding that is taking place in Silver Waters. Mesa, you had been grabbed by Frankfurt, Germany, and kind of hauled off to the side. And as you attacked with your chromatic orb, unleashing your magic upon these bandits, I kind of remember that you had taken cover beneath the wagons as well. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, as we pick up the pieces, the remnants of this battle, Um, what is everybody doing? We'll start with Cramuel up near the front, right next to Seeker. You see her getting to her feet after having gone down.
Cramuel has a weird look on his face, almost demonic. His eyes are just fierce. Still look like he's in the battle. He almost looked like he's not himself, and he's just looking at everyone. Where's Fergalicious Ed? I need to speak with him. The Crimson Tear has questioned.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for Fergalicious Ed, please.
Okay, all right. Perception check. Where's my list of?
Yeah, you're looking around, you're trying to see him, you call out his name, and you scan the area, seeing if there's any. All right, with the 10, you do not see Fergalicious Ed, but you do see the tiefling soldier you interacted with last time. Do you remember his name?
Hold on. Yes, I do remember his name. It was. Hold on.
I don't remember his name.
Review my notes. Uh, Sky Lantern.
Right. This soldier stumbling towards you. He's got something small, almost looks like a vial in his hands. Um, his demeanor has really changed. He's kind of hunched over on himself, almost cradling this thing that he's carrying. As he walks towards you, initially it looks like he's approaching you, but at the last moment, he kind of darts off to the side and comes to Seeker, just awkwardly kind of extending the vial that he's holding between his red odd hands. Seeker, you see that his palms are very heavily scarred, and there's almost a tremble to his gait. Are, are you all right, lass? I saw you go down. I don't know if this will help, but here, kind of thrusts this red vial at you, Seeker, as he approaches y'all.
I guess I would take the vial in my and um, I don't know. Would detect magic work for the vial? Like, could I cast that and find out what it is, or
Aren't you gonna ask him what it is first?
Well, you can cast it if you want to, but just looking at it, with your experience, it looks very clearly like a basic potion of healing.
okay,
If you wanted to cast detect magic and see like if it was something more, you definitely could.
okay. Well, I'll just ask him what it is. I guess. Um, I guess I'll take the vial from him and look up at him and ask him, why would you give me this? What is this?
I know how to brew more than just ale and spirits. I saw you go down. It triggered some memories for me, and it was very brave. And like that last sentence comes out in such a rush, and he kind of, as he says it, he kind of like darts the vial, like thrusts it in your hands, and darts back over toward Cramuel. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to help. Just froze up. It's almost like I left here and I went somewhere else in my mind. It happens every time in battle for me lately. I'm sorry, Cramuel. I'm sorry. But he kind of like just trails off, like, and seems to lose focus of what he's saying. You can tell, just being up close to him, his body is shaking, he's trembling, his eyes are darting back and forth. He's really not well. He's very shook up after what just happened.
You're utterly useless. What is your problem? You you clearly aren't a warrior as you say you are. Show yourself. Where's your guts? Where's your mantle?
He just kind of like hesitates, doesn't know what to say, and you, right? I'm sorry. And he just kind of darts back into the caravan, just totally ashamed. Tail, like his tiefling tail, kind of like tucked under him, and he just darts away. Um, Aloy and Mesa, what are you two doing as this scene like kind of unfolds?
I'm searching the bodies to see if there's anything useful on them. Pertaining to
Sure.
any information on this dark lady that they were talking about earlier.
Okay, so a couple of the bodies were really decimated by some of the attacks that were unleashed on them last time. We had acid from the chromatic orbs. We had I think one was like cleaved in half. So go ahead and make an investigation check for me to see what you can scavenge from what remains of these bandits.
Investigation. That would be
Yeah.
intelligence. That's a straight D20 roll. Oh, you same in place. See. That's an 8.
An 8. All right.
Yeah.
So, obviously the cloak worn by one of these bandits seems to, as you like just kind of move his body aside to like check his pockets and like scourge around his person for anything that might be of worth or like anything that might have information about this lady that he was talking about. You hear kind of the clink 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 of some kind of scale mail, something, and you look and see his cloak. While it just kind of appears to be this ragtag, shredded cloak, as you remove it from his body, it has like a lot of heft to it. The weight tells you that whatever this is constructed of, it's a lot heavier than what it appears to be made of. This could definitely be something of worth. You also find a rudimentary drawing of two stick figures drawn on like kind of a scrap of parchment. One is larger, one is smaller. One, they both appear to be smiling and like holding hands. Looks like an image that like a child would have drawn.
So, does this guy have a family? It's weird. Why would he end up here? Can I can I can I use the armor that I found?
Yeah, you want to put the cloak on? You totally can.
Yeah.
You just like set it around your shoulders, and there's definitely this heft to it, this weight. Um, So in D&D, like armor doesn't really strictly follow the rules of like BG3 with like light, heavy, and kind of medium armor. There are some limits around it, but this is definitely not specifically armor. This is a cloak made of a very specific like heavy material. And as you put it around your shoulders, um like you can feel the weight of it, and it is like, yeah, it's definitely well made. It's definitely made of more than what it appears to be made. Like either the appearance of it is some kind of spell, it's like a deceptive technique to make it look just like a ragtag cloak. This is something really, really great.
Huh. It's a
You
magic.
found a Kate Spade bag in a dumpster. Like,
Huh. Interesting. Nice find. Hey guys, these cloaks are pretty useful. You might want to take them if they're still intact.
Yeah, there's a body near me. I'll see what I can find.
yeah. As you go to like pick up the cloak, Pramule, it is just, there's no heft to it. The rest of the bodies have just like ragtag dark clothing. The rest of the cloaks are totally normal, unfortunately.
I was about to ask about the one that was like melted by the poison or by the
Mhm.
like acid. I was about to ask if that cloak was still available or still
No, you don't find anything on that body. He is just
decimated, just
disintegrated.
gone. Yeah, yeah.
Just like skeletal acid eaten form. Yeah. All right, Mesa, what are you doing?
I think she had a kind of little breakdown at the end of the last session after she melted two men.
Mhm.
Um, so she's probably like just sitting there, try like she takes a moment and Mesa looks around and she's really hoping she's not like sitting in any blood or guts or anything like that. And thankfully she's not. She magically fell in a clean space. Um, and she basically just takes a moment, breathes, and I'm going to use my sorcery points to regain a spell slot, just cases.
This isn't
And
the end.
Just in cases, because she has no idea what the fuck is gonna happen next, and yeah, she's just sitting there, trying not to cry, basically.
Love it. All right, Aloy. So as you look at the image of the two stick figures, you also notice that at the bottom is a like a phrase. It looks like some type of writing. What languages does your character speak?
Language.
Sheet on the left hand side down at the very bottom. There's like a square that says languages, and it also says if you have dark vision.
I can speak, read, and write Common and Western. Westron.
Okay. This is not a language that you understand.
Yeah.
I do have Eyes of the Roomkeeper, which means I can read all writing.
Okay, I'm gonna carry this picture over to you and hey, can you uh read? Do you know what this says? I have no idea. I can't read this.
Sure, let me have a look at it. And I take the paper from you and I open it up and start to read what's written on it.
Awesome. So, Seeker, you have Eyes of the Roomkeeper. So initially you see this kind of like what looks almost to be like chicken scratch, but you hear in one of your ears this kind of high-pitched giggle and almost a tinkling of chimes, and the symbols before your eyes begin to morph and warp into the common language so you can understand what is written before you. It is in a very childish handwriting. Daddy and me.
Well, what does it say?
It's written by a child saying Daddy and me.
Oh, that's mildly disturbing. We just killed somebody's dad. But he ended up working for some no good company, whether by choice or by force, that is unknown.
I just read Emo's comment. That's hilarious. Um, Samuel, seeing all of this happen around you, what are you doing?
Grammy was just darting around like he just threw one of the bodies that was cleaved in half on the ground. He just dropped it. Uh and he's just moving them out of the way of the caravan. Next to where we had the lumped tree. So he's just throwing what's left of the bodies, just throwing them over to the side of the road.
All right. Are you still looking for Fergalicious Ed?
uh no, he's just staring at everyone. Like as he's moving, he's just slowly like dragging pieces and just staring at everyone as he walks by.
Mad dogging everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, sounds like. So what's going on with Cranial? He had kind of an intense moment right before this combat ended last session. Where is he at mentally? What's going on in his mind?
So Cramuel is checked out. The Crimson Tier has switched and taken over. He suffers from a very weird disorder where he disassociates during battle. So Crimson Tier is the man of the hour, and they will switch once the sense of danger has taken the edge off. So as of right now, he's just in his soldier mentality. The PTSD has set in, and he's just high alert, stomping around, making sure that if anyone's lurking, he's ready and still ready for action. Um, he actually was not what. You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Sasha, you're muted.
Okay.
Guys, sorry. I was opening my beer and I didn't want y'all to hear it. So I was just saying, make an investigation check because it sounds like your character is on high alert. He's in this heightened state of fear and alertness. So anything could catch his. So he's just kind of got his peripheral vision like super active, if that makes sense.
All right.
I had to grab another juicifer. Sorry.
Nat 20.
Hey.
No. All right. So there's a couple of things that you notice in your kind of heightened state. And as you like kind of descend from it, you are able to put the pieces together from the bits of information that you've gathered, kind of paint the picture of what's going on with the situation at hand. Fergalicious Ed is nowhere to be found. And the caravan drivers are in kind of a very anxious state. The camp y'all would have set up for. The sun is setting, night is kind of dusk is descending, night is just about to embark, maybe within the next hour or so. Fergalicious Ed is gone. The camp is not far. It's just kind of on the other side of the next ridge. The drivers are really worried that Fergalicious Ed is not here. They're kind of concerned with what they should do next. Should we turn back? Should we press ahead? Like, are we still going to get paid? You also notice that everyone's really shook up about Frankfurt, Germany. Somebody that they had known for years as a team member of Tusk Industries, kind of going rogue and becoming a bandit. Like, nobody had any idea or clue that he was affiliated with some kind of shady side hustle. That threw everyone for a loop. There's kind of chatter and discussion amongst the caravan, really, that this just kind of took everybody by surprise. They've never seen Frankfurt, Germany hurt a fly, much less grab a hostage in a type of bandit situation. They've never seen him wield a cheese knife, let alone a dagger that could actually do damage to somebody. It's all very suspicious and weird, and everybody's shook up. They're not sure what to do.
Okay. Can't sit here all night. We need to get moving to the camp. Get the fire going. Rest up for the next trek. What do ye say?
Make it into investigation check for me.
Gotcha. All right. Bruh. Wait. 12. Ooh, 12.
Better than 10. As you say this, what's his name? Sky Lantern comes out, and it looks like he's kind of shaken off whatever state he was in. And as he hears you say this, like, you can see almost this like shift between present day and his soldier instincts like kind of take over. And he says, "You heard the man. We got to make our way toward the camp before night really settles. Come on, we're not doing anything in this interim. Get the horses moving. Get the caravans ready to go. My ale needs to make it to that wedding." And the caravan proceeds forward toward the camp. As you guys continue to travel, you have a few moments to kind of interact and speak to each other about what happened. What is it that you say to each other as you kind of arrive at the campsite and things are getting settled? You're journeying forward, things are kind of moving. What do y'all say to each other?
Gonna hop up to Crabule and say, "Hey, that was pretty intense there, big guy. What's going on?"
What do you mean? What's going on? We were in a fight. We were in a fight. We have to stick together. We have to talk. We need to communicate. We each need to say what the next plan is. If we stand around, one of us gonna get killed.
Saw the fire in your eyes like I've never seen it before, so something changed within you.
Um. Oh. Oh. You. Oh. You think I'm the big guy? Unfortunately, not. I am the Crimson Tier. I'm here to do a job. Um. And unfortunately, you all are here with me on that job. I'll do my best to keep your heads on, but if I can't see you and if I can't hear you, you're you're good as dead. So I make myself clear. I'm not the big guy. He'll heal you, but I'll kill for you.
Crystal clear.
And what
Gotcha.
do you think about those people back there? They were no mere sale swords or banditos. Could they? Those were
No,
some wicked blades.
they're definitely working for some higher power.
Uh,
As this armor that I picked up was almost like it's enchanted of some sort. So why would some lovely bandits have it?
that should tell you these aren't just normal bandits. Some high dollar value you have there. Smells of magic, just like those blades back there that cut me. Smelled of some incredibly dark magic.
Well, wherever we go, we got to be on guard because they'll probably strike again.
Don't worry, stand in front of me. Last time I checked, no one here has healing magic. So reach out for me if you need any help. The big guy will heal you. I won't.
All right, thanks, mate.
All right.
No problem.
All right. Question. Awesome role play, guys. That was really, really great. I would like to award a D6 of inspiration. So in my games, when anybody does really excellent role play or does like remembers a cool feature or something within the context of the game that really helps the team out, you get to add, you get what's called an inspiration. So you get to add a D6 to any roll that you make, whether that is a skill check, a saving throw, or an attack roll. So you can add it after the roll is made. So, for example, if you're trying to jump across the river and I ask you to make an athletics check and you roll a 10, you say, wait, I have inspiration, which is, the inspiration, game inspiration that I award. You can add a d6 to that roll to boost up your total if you want. So Aloy and Krem, go ahead and award both y'all. Set a d6 aside for in-game inspiration that y'all can add to any role that you make within the context of our sessions. You can stack up to 3 of those. We can also award them to each other if somebody does something like really impressive or that you really love. Just kind of keeps the camaraderie alive, helps us kind of encourage each other. It's really fun. So both of y'all take one and set those aside, and you can use those on any roles within the context of the game. Those are different from bardic inspiration. We don't have a bard in this party, but it is a separate thing with kind of its own role. Anyway, wonderful job, y'all. Switching it over to Aloy and Mesa, what are y'all two doing as this conversation like kind of unfolds? What are y'all two up to? You can talk to
You
NPCs.
you mean me and Mesa?
Yeah, you. Sorry, what did I say?
You said Aloy. Okay.
Tucker and me. Oh,
Okay.
thank you. Sorry, my bad. You just look like with your brown hair, it's really giving Horizon Zero Dawn. Anyway,
Right.
all right. So what are Seeker and Mesa up to while these gents are, or why Aloy, she, and Cremiel are chatting?
I think that a seeker would walk over to Mesa, and I think she noticed how uncomfortable she was, being held at knife point. And so I think that Seeker would walk over to her and say, "Hey Mesa, how are you? Are you okay? Um you handled yourself admirably back there."
Hmm. Admirably. Ugh, I don't like that word. But I'm fine. I'm fine. It's fine. It's very dark. It's very dark here. Like I've like she like casts dancing lights, just bright. It's weird shadow lights that just appear and like somehow they're giving off of light, and she just casts them around the camp. It's fine. The battle's fine. It was great. It was great, great, great. You notice the cranials being very weird. I don't like it. I don't. I really don't like it. I can't remember if he did that last time.
You
Are you
know,
okay? You fell.
yes, I'm better now. But war changes people. And so I think sometimes you got to change yourself a little. After the stuff that Cramuel's seen, I'm sure he's had to change himself a little bit. But when he was needed, he came to my rescue and saved me before I could make the ultimate death. So for that, I am eternally grateful.
I'm laughing at Marley's cat.
He's joining the conversation. Final death. Very, very, very lovely. I don't like that word either.
Yeah,
Let us drink
okay.
the ale. I feel like I need a drink. Do you think they'll let us open a casket for our hard work?
When we end the trail, we will get all the ale that we can stomach.
Not now. That's not how it works. Are you saying we can't drink it now? Get paid for it?
Do you want to be attacked by bandits again? The best way to be attacked is to be drunk.
Yes. Right.
It's about this time that y'all reach the campsite. Um, Tents are set up. Sorry, I'm laughing at the cat. Knox is he feels so left out. Tents are set up, provisions set up. The evening meal is gruel with a side of gruel. Nothing like super appetizing. But the conversation amongst like the wagon drivers and the people who are helping out with the caravan are jovial. They have a Tusk Industries made the right. Sounds like they believe Tusk Industries made the right choice with hiring this security detail. And as they settle in for the evening, they feel very safe and well watched. Speaking of watch, as everybody settles in for the night, we have to set up watch. So who, it's two people at a time, is going to take the first shift. It can be y'all and an NPC. It can be just
I could
each
take
other. What do y'all want to do?
I could take
Aloy?
first watch with whoever
Okay.
wants to.
Does anybody want to watch with Aloy? Oh, you're muted, 8-bit. Sorry. Still muted. Still muted, 8-bit. I hear you, friend.
Okay, there we go.
Whoa, whoa.
Ooh.
Woo, woo.
Okay.
I'll take first watch.
Whoa.
Read
All 10 of you?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what happened. We can't hear you.
I'll
There we go.
There you go.
first
Yes.
watch.
Okay. All right. Aloy and 8-bit, take first watch. As everybody else settles in to get their long rest, I need both of y'all to roll perception checks for me.
Uh,
+5. Okay.
19.
Okay.
I will. Let's see. Let's use. This sparkly dice.
Ooh, pretty. I love it.
Yeah. 15. That's 21.
Nice. All right. So with the 19 and a 21, y'all two settle in for your watch together. Keeping your eyes on the forest around you, you hear the sounds of animals kind of making their way down to water sources. Why? You hear the hoots of owls and predators embarking upon their nighttime hunts. But all seems well and quiet
What's the
as y'all. Oh, sorry.
what's the surrounding area like?
So we have a forest around us. The Glimmerwood is famous for its um blanking on types of trees right now. What's a big type of tree?
Oak,
Like a really wide tree.
Like a pine
Oaks.
or
Oaks and pine. All right.
maple.
So the Glimmerwood Forest famous for its towering oak, pine, and maple trees. Very different trees, but they seem to find harmony and balance amongst each other in this terrain. It is a wood, so you hear animals. The earth beneath you is soft, covered in pine needles and bits of leaf. The campsite itself was just a rudimentary type of clearing. So the caravan is scattered kind of wherever they could be parked, making like a circular shape, in the middle of which were pitched tents and rudimentary campfires surrounded by stones. As y'all vigilantly watch the night settle around you, what do you say to each other?
I'm going to climb the nearest tree.
Awesome.
It'll
Make an
it'll walk
athletics check
from
for me.
higher up. Athletic. +4. So that's a 10. Or no.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's 10.
10. All right. So you scamper up this tree. You don't get as high as you'd like. It's a younger tree than like you initially thought. So you settle into the branches, park yourself in kind of this Y fork between two of the branches that split out at about midway up this tree. And as you kind of perch yourself on here, you hear another noise from out in the forest. This kind of deep, heavy sigh, as if something is being dragged along through the soft earth. Remind me, Aloy, do you have dark vision?
No, I'm a human.
Okay, so you can't make out what is making its way through the forest. But something is getting closer to camp, and as you pause and listen, because you rolled pretty high on your perception, uh, there's more than one, and
I'm
they're coming
gonna
from the direction of where y'all were before, uh, where the bandits attacked you.
I whistle Crabule and then point in the direction of where I heard the noise.
Whose blood is this? Whose blood is this? I'm covered in it. Where am I? Aloy, what happened? Is everyone okay?
Dude, you're still awake at this point, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Like you're. Did you not? Okay, you see, you're the one either. Okay, so I'm gonna. I heard noises that direction. Something approaching camp.
It's, it must have been my necrolepsy. Did 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 I do bad things again? And what do you mean? Someone's coming towards camp. Which direction?
The direction where we came from.
Um, should be able to see. I do have. I can see quite well in the dark. Um, would you be able to protect me if I went check it out?
I got you covered from here.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Be prepared to wake the others if anything happens.
Got it.
I shall go and investigate.
Don't go too far though. I don't have dark vision. Just don't walk out of the light.
What? What?
Stay within the light of the camp.
Okay. Get Mesa. She should be able to help. Wake up.
Mesa, wake
Wait,
up.
not yet. In case something happens,
Oh,
wake
never mind, I don't yell.
wake
I don't
up,
yell.
Mesa, and get Seeker. She's quicker than all of us on foot.
Got it.
I shall go and investigate. I'm putting on my armor. I did not wear it last time.
Are you ready? I'm gonna ready my bow.
Okay. As y'all see the maps come up, you're like, oh shit. Okay, so Cromwell, as you rush out into the forest, your dark vision does give you a visual on what is approaching camp. You see this kind of slouched, slumped figure. So the forest, in addition to the taller trees that grow here, has this kind of underbrush, this shrubbery that makes making your way through the terrain in the dark rather difficult. You see this figure maybe kind of dragging one leg behind it as it comes into your sight and you're able to see it is one half of the man you cleaved into last round. He's got one arm and one shoulder hunched. He's just kind of dragging his body, hopping on one leg forward through the terrain, dragging what remains of his intestines and limbs behind him. It trails in this kind of this bloody line that sounds like a snake writhing over soft ground. This is, in fact, a zombie. The man that you killed in the clear at the fallen tree have come back. And as you kind of take in this visual, you hear a sound from your left and from your right. And you know that the other bandits have also risen again. And I'm going to need Cramuel and Aloy to roll initiative, please. Y'all are on watch.
All right.
Trying to see, trying to get my map right. Whoa, baby. Don't be like that.
Initiative modifier +3.
There we go.
6, that's 9.
Oh. 14.
Okay, nice. So, let's see. So we've got Cramuel here, Aloy kind of in the back. And then we've got the two figures, one coming from your left, one coming from your right at this point. There's only two of them that you can kind of make out from where you are, Cramuel. So, let me just pull up my initiative. Okay, who got the 14? That was Aloy or Cramuel?
No, that's kind of.
That was I.
All right. And you got a 9, right, Aloy?
Yeah.
All right, so Cramuel, you're up first. As you see these two figures kind of emerge up out of the dark. One lacking a cloak, the other basically half a body. One coming at you from the left, one coming at you from the right. I will say this one, the one on the left, is the one that is half a body. What would you like to do?
Okay.
What do you see over there?
They have come back to life.
What do you mean they've come back to life?
I'm guessing it's the man whose blood I'm covered in. He's 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 kind of alive, but also mostly dead. It's weird. It's are we this is weird.
How far away from you are they?
Um 30 30 feet maybe.
All right,
I-
Samuel, you have your action, bonus action, and movement. What are you doing on your turn?
Okay.
Ooh, this guy's
I will attack the half dead one.
Okay, so you're going for this guy on your left, right?
Yes.
What are you attacking with?
I will attack with my great sword. I will attack with my great sword, and oh wait, how was I supposed to say it? I'm attacking with
Oh,
my
you got
great
it.
sword.
Melee attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, melee attack.
Melee
with my-
attack, great sword. Yeah, melee attack with great sword.
If you're able
Right.
to set the targets on fire, that would help me greatly.
Awesome. So in order to make a melee attack, you just need to be within 5 feet of the creature. So you use 5 feet of movement to get yourself into position. Go ahead and roll me an attack for your greatsword, please.
Uh, uh, wait, is the hit PC one, or that's the one?
Yeah. So you'll roll a d20 and you will add the modifier to hit. So for your greatsword, I think it's either a +5 or a +6,
4.
right?
It was
So if you go
4.
to
Yeah.
actions, you'll see attacks, and then you'll see your greatsword. And then you
Okay.
just click on the little +5 or whatever.
21 to hit.
21 definitely hits. So on a hit, go ahead and roll your damage for your greatsword. Like 2d6 plus whatever. You
Yeah.
can choose on a hit, you can smite it if you want to, or you don't have to do that because that uses your bonus action. So you can just make a regular attack.
Okay. 8 for now. 8. Yeah. To damage 8.
8 points of damage. All right, great. So as you bring your greatsword up, you rush at this kind of limping, slumping, half dragging creature. Your sword, as you grip it in your hand, pull it from its sheath, you hear the metal scraping along the sheath. You raise it high and slam it down. The after image of this sword kind of burns itself into the back of your eyelashes. You cleave this creature again sideways as you make your strike. And as you do, you hear this kind of dark laughter. You can't kill me twice. And while the creature takes damage, it does not fall. You can see that it's wounded. You can see that your gash, your strike, kind of cauterized this deep wound in its side. But it does not fall, and it keeps moving towards you.
I don't think they're worth dying again. We may have a problem.
What do you mean we have a problem?
Come down from the tree. Come
All
see
right.
for yourself.
Is there a bonus action that you want to use in this moment, Cranial? Or do you want to end your You still have a few. No, I think you used all your lay on hands. So.
Yeah, those are with the level, yeah. Yeah, I got a long rest for that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you end your turn, right?
Yep, in my turn.
All right, it's the zombie's turn. So as it continues to lean into you, its body kind of like half slouching, half crouching towards you, you hear that laughter again. But instead of coming from the zombie, it sounds like it's all around, and you smell this scent like an open grave kind of permeates your senses. And you hear this husky voice, "The lady would not let me fall." And it's gonna go ahead and make a swipe at you. So I'm gonna roll for an attack. Well, that didn't do nothing. So that's a 9 to hit.
My armor class is 19.
Right, so that misses. All right, so it takes kind of this half-ass swipe at you. You see these long, dark claws protruding from its like decaying hand, and you feel the wind as the swipe kind of brushes past your face, but it does not hit. That's that zombie's turn. This other creature is going to use its movement 5, 10, 15 to get within 5 feet at you. And you more sense rather than see because you're focused on the enemy in front of you. This other creature make a swipe from your right hand side as this zombie is going to make its attack. And that's a natural one. So it didn't, as sensing it, you were like dodging out of the way even before it really even raised its arm to make a move at you. So that misses as well. Finishing that, we come to Aloy's turn. What are you doing?
All right, how high up in the tree am I?
I believe you rolled what, like a 12, or was it a 10?
10.
Your athletics check. About midway through the tree, it's high enough that if you made another athletics check, you could jump down. That would be your action though on this turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna climb down from the tree.
Okay, so you slowly climb down from the tree. All right, so I think I'm not sure about the climbing speed rules, so we'll just say that takes half your movement. As you hit the ground, you do have 15 feet of movement left.
Okay.
Because it is dark, you can make an attack with your bow for disadvantage, or you could use your action to do something else, like alert Mesa and Aloy, or sorry, Mesa and Seeker about the situation going on. What would you like to do?
I'm going to alert Seeker and Mesa. Seeker, Mesa, there's a situation. We need your
Okay.
help.
All right, Seeker and Mesa, go ahead and roll for me. Initiative rolls as you enter the fray. Seeker, I forgot to have you roll for the healing potion that you took. Basic healing potion, it would be 2d4. So that would restore 2d4 of your hit points. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for that now. And then you will just add that.
Also,
Did you drink it, or did you just still have it?
I'm pretty sure I just still have it. I don't think I drank it. I think I just took it from him and asked what it was and like why he gave it to me.
Right, right. Okay, awesome. So I'm not going to roll that yet. If you just is a bonus action. So if you want to do that, you can. But let me know for
Okay.
the points that you would restore to yourself.
cloak them.
Okay, so go ahead and
Okay.
roll initiative. Both add you into.
I got 4 for initiative.
Okay.
And did we get any rest or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hey, that cloak that I picked up, did it add anything to my AC?
Let's see. It does add a +1 bonus to your AC.
I'm sick.
Yeah, good question. All right. So you don't technically know that, but you feel safer wearing
Okay.
it. Go ahead, Mesa. What's your initiative roll?
I rolled a natural 1 to make it a 4.
Oh my god! All right, so between Aloy and Mesa, I'm sorry, Seeker and Mesa, who has the higher dexterity modifier?
The higher dex modifier.
Sorry, not Aloy. So Seeker and
Negative
two.
1.
Okay.
I got a 3 plus 3.
All right. So it's gonna be. So it's Cramuel, Aloy, Mesa, and Seeker at the end. So, Aloy, you just took your turn. to alert them. So Mesa, you're up.
Okay. As my action, I'm going.
They're black
I'm
lights,
gonna.
so your teeth look kind of yellow. You can see all the lint on your clothes.
Yes, they're gonna appear because I could see Cranial. I could see him, so they're gonna appear over by him, and they're 4
Okay.
lights, and they give off a 10-foot radius each.
Thanks,
Nice.
thanks, Mason.
So Aloy, you can also see them.
And then she's like, that's all she could really do? Oh, no, that's an action, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an action. Yeah, she's just gonna stay lying on the, just sit up, basically, and stay back.
Stay back. All right, I'll move you one back. Oops, wrong one.
No, she's not moving. She's just gonna sit there on the ground.
Okay. All right, Seeker, your turn. What you doing?
Okay, so I get startled awake and struggle to get up on my all four of my legs and try to assess the situation and see what the whole commotion is about, I guess.
Okay, so you see off in the distance in the forest these like 4 black dancing lights that make that don't give off like a ton of light, but they seem to be radiating around Craniel as he's off fighting something at the edge of kind of camp, like where camp kind of meets the forest.
Okay, so I slowly start to make my way toward the lights and see if I can catch them by surprise and um, maybe how far can I? I've got 40 movement, right? Because I'm centaur.
Yeah, it should say, it will say on your sheet. You should have
Okay.
your speed. That's your movement. So if you're trying to sneak up on them, are you stealthing? Because making a stealth check.
Okay. Yes, I am
It's not
stealthing.
your action. Okay, cool. So I will say, let's make a stealth check.
Okay. Let me move this out of my way. Oh no.
Alert for enemies. So you can
Oh,
be a little higher.
I got 17.
Oh, that's pretty good. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll say use your movement to kind of sneak through the forest. You're moving towards Craniel and his assailants, right?
Right. Well, towards the lights. I don't know it's Cramiel yet, but yes.
Heard that. All right. So as you do, you hear sounds off to your right hand side that let you know that 2 other creatures are waiting out there for you in the dark off to the right hand side. They haven't really done anything to kind of insert themselves into this fray, but they are out there and you know it as you kind of like stealth into the night. Maybe you see the like the reflection of those shadowy lights in their pupils, or maybe you hear like a twig click off where it shouldn't. But either way, you know that it's not just the 2 there. There's more off in the darkness. Okay, so as you make your way, what would you like to do for your action? You have action. You've used, I would say probably 20 feet of your movement. You still have an action and bonus action because your stealth was pretty good. It was pretty high. So
Okay.
I'll leave you your action and your bonus.
Okay. I think that I will head towards the things that I heard, or the shadows that I saw, and I will
So
head.
you're gonna engage with these off to
Yes.
the right.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And I think I will maybe use my Eldritch Blast towards where I thought one of them was.
So this one's the closest one to you. Is that the one you want to attack?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead and roll me an attack for your Eldritch Blast, please.
I got 13.
13 does hit. So you hear your Eldritch Blast, this kind of blue fire that illuminates from between your palms and strikes off into the darkness. You see this. I don't remember. Do you have dark vision or not? Remind me.
No, I don't. I don't think so. I don't think I do.
Okay. So, vision goggles in Jurassic Park. You know how everything was like in shades of green. But as you hear these creatures off to your right hand side, you cast your Eldritch Blast, and this blue fire illuminates a familiar face. One of the bandits that came at you and took your life, struck you in the battle, is looming before you now with this kind of slack jawed, staring visage. This is the man that knocked you unconscious previously, and as your fire like lights up the night, I would say everybody engaged. But we hear this kind of off to the east. The aftermath of his face alights on the inside of your eyelids. Go ahead and roll damage for your Eldritch Blast, please.
Was it not doing it?
Should be like a D10.
Yeah. For some reason, my computer's not letting me click on. There it goes. 7.
All right, 7 points of damage. Love to see it. All right, as your Eldritch Blast strikes him, you hear him cry out in the night, like this guttural scream, just like wind passing through his vocal cords from the effect of the blast as you hit him square in the chest. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I will maybe I'll do some charge hooves to him as well.
Okay, roll me an unarmed strike attack.
I got 21 to hit.
Yeah, that.
Oh. Why is it? There it goes. And I got 4 damage.
All right. As you slam him with your hooves, you feel your front 2 feet strike him, and as he hits the ground from your attack, he does not rise.
Nice.
He's gone.
One
What
down.
is your feeling as you have taken out the man that knocked you down in the previous combat?
I feel triumphant and ready to take on the next one.
All right, love it. Okay. Well done, Seeker. Top of the round with Cranial.
You're muted.
All right. Let's see. We have the one that's half cleaved still by me.
Yep,
I
on your left.
will yeah, I will make a melee attack to the half cleaved guy with my great sword.
All right, let's do it. Roll me an attack, please.
18, 14 plus 4.
Yeah, that hits.
And
Roll damage.
10.
All right. As you cleave him, your sword alights with the fire of tear, and you strike him into the dirt. You hear the kind of poof, poof of the soft earth as he hits the ground, and he does not rise again.
I think this one's not gonna rise up again, everyone.
You better make sure of that.
I'll poke him, and he seems this one seems to not be with us anymore. We shall pray for him after battle.
All right.
And
Anything else on your turn, Camille?
no, I will end my turn.
Bird. All right. So now we have the two creatures in the night. We're gonna take their turn. This one on your right hand side, Cranial, is gonna make an attack on you. Ooh, that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm 19.
God damn it! All right. So that is only 1 point of piercing damage and 4 points of necrotic damage on your
Ooh.
person as you feel those claws strike you like whips from its decaying hand. And that's its turn. We have this one over here by Seeker. This one's going to use its movement to get a little bit closer to you, and it's going to make its attack. 9 to hit.
I got an armor class 10.
Nice. So you feel this whip of air as it strikes out towards you. But the underbrush, the cover that you have, you manage to dodge out of its way, and you hear its like cry of frustration as it misses you on its attack. All right. Next is Aloy. Mesa on deck.
All right. There's a campfire close by where I am, right?
So not a campfire. All the campfires were distinguished as everybody bedded down for the evening. There are shadowy dancing lights kind of surrounding Cramuel. So if you wanted to make an attack on the creature that is right next to him, you could do so without disadvantage. You could make a straight roll for that attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Nice. Cast Hunter's Mark. Love it. So you're going to add a d6 to any attack that hits, whether melee or with your short bow, longbow. And then go ahead and roll me an attack for him. That's what you would like to do with your action.
Okay. Then I'm gonna shoot him with my longbow.
Love it. Roll me an attack.
All right. Let's see. Let's use this cool little blue dice.
Ooh, pretty. Love me some blue dice.
It's 14 to hit.
14 does hit. So as your arrow kind of strikes him, you see your hunter's mark kind of illuminate his form, and you know that your prey has been hit with your attack. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Alright, where's my d8? Yes, d8. Alright, let's roll that. That's 7 plus.
Nice. 7.
What was it? What was the hunter's mark damage again?
It's a d6.
D6. Okay. Plus 6.
Love it. So 7 plus 6 is what?
13.
13. All right. Cramlil, you see in kind of the shadowy orbs that surround you, this zombie off to your right hand side take an arrow into the jugular, and the force of this blow throws them back into the underbrush. You hear the crashing and scattering of small creatures as they hit the ground, and they do not rise again. Well done, Aloy.
I got you, bud.
Appreciate it.
Love it. Mesa, you're up.
Are you muted?
Muted, Marley.
Sorry, the dogs were barking.
They always bark.
There's that red cube still there, right?
Yep, right next to Seeker.
All right.
You have dark vision?
I do have dark vision. I do.
Okay. All right. So you get to make a roll, a straight roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. We'll shoot a magic missile at it.
Let's do it.
3 orbs. Though they automatically hit, so I hate D4s. Ooh. 6.
6.
Oh, that's bad. 8 points total. With
8 points total. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As your magic missile strikes this creature, Seeker, you see out of the darkness these. What do your magic missiles look like? Are they also black lights? Like, what does it look like?
No, they're not black light. I would say they're probably like a very bright, like blue when like flames get really, really hot.
Mhm. Love it. So, kind of reminiscent of your Eldritch Blast, you see these 3 missiles strike this zombie just to the right of you, Seeker. You see his skeletal image illuminated in the murk around you. And as he evaporates into dust, you hear this soft. I've been waiting to escape her grasp. And instead of a body hitting the ground, he entirely evaporates into this soft blue dust and disappears on the forest wind. And that's it. We come out of combat, y'all.
Huh. That was weird.
Hey guys, the last zombie just whispered something to me. Y'all want to hear it?
Yeah, what did he say?
No.
Well, Aloy, the last zombie said, "I've been waiting to escape her grasp before he disintegrated." What does that mean?
He sounds like a. Means that this dark lady sounds like a bitch.
But who is her? Who is this lady?
I don't know. And at this point,
I want to go
I don't really care
research.
that much. I don't really care that much right now because we have a contract to fulfill. Not enough time to go chasing ghost stories. But we'll just have to keep defending this payload because apparently she keeps wanting this ale for some reason. Or us. I'm not sure.
If we pass the
But
library on the
either
way, I may have to stop and research.
So either way, we have a contract to fulfill.
Samuel, do you have anything to add to this conversation? Do you see them discussing what happened to the last zombie in that combat?
Who is this lady? Why is she? What does she want? And why were there zombies? I don't like killing things twice. I don't even think I killed him the first time.
Well, at this point, the only options of what she wants are us or the ale.
So which one of you did it?
Did what?
This lady, which of you? Like maybe someone had taken her husband. It clearly was not I. Maybe this is a ladies' quarrel. I would not be subject or privy to this.
You're sounding kind of suspicious, Cramuel.
Unless she was on one of the middle routes of the brothels, I don't believe I know a lady. Because there should be no ladies at the brothels, correct? It should not be ladies at the brothels, right? I mean, they are women, but are they ladies?
Craviel, stop talking.
I'm okay. I just wanted to ask. They are women. But are there ladies at the brothels? I have not met any lady at the brothels, but I have met women, but
Have
no
you?
women named Lady.
All right, so your watch ends. And who's up next? Is it Mesa and Seeker? Or do y'all want to take a shift with an NPC? Miley just
I mean,
looking
I'm
at
awake
her.
already, so might as well take watch.
Yep.
You're muted, Gabriel.
Oh, Carmel, you muted again.
He's
Oh, I was
not
talking to
talking.
chat. I was talking to chat.
You took it to 10. God, can you believe this shit? What the fuck?
Chat, is this real?
Is this really happening? Okay, so is it Mesa and Seeker on Watch Next?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I need both of y'all to roll me perception checks.
Not bad. Ooh.
I got 9.
Okay.
I got 13.
All right. So, as you two settle down for your watch, the adrenaline of the previous battle kind of wearing off. The night noises settling around you. You hear the hooting of owls, the probably migration of deer, the occasional as a caravan worker or another member of your group tries to subtly make their way off into the woods for nighttime relief, occasionally followed by a giggle of somebody following them, not so subtly. What did the two of you talk about as you settle in for your watch?
I think that I would, or I think that Seeker would ask Mesa if she's okay, but I'm going to do a perimeter check and walk around the camp and make sure no zombies are attacking from any other places around us, or no bandits are going to attack us from anywhere else around us.
I would say, based off your perception roll, like after you complete your initial perimeter walk, you see nothing that is out of the ordinary or that give you alarm. So as you kind of conclude your perimeter check, you come back to the setup area where y'all are keeping watch or are posted up. Yeah, Mesa is there. You ask her how she is. What's your response, Mesa?
Yeah, it's fine. That one wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Wasn't as gross.
So zombies you're okay with, but bandits are a negative.
It was more the acidic, like the explosion stuff that kind of happened in the last fight. These guys just kind of like disintegrated, so it wasn't that bad.
I get that. I didn't like the acid either. I actually feel a little self-conscious because I pulled a blow that I should have hit, but I was scared of getting the acid on me, so I missed. And man, I'm still beating myself up about that.
Maybe I shouldn't have chosen acid. Do you want me to, if I fire that again, do you want me to do a different kind? I have all kinds.
Well, sure. Maybe something that I'm not scared is going to burn my skin off.
Like, there's thunder, I guess? Or lightning? I don't know, I'm learning this out. It's different than what I'm used to.
Hey, we're all learning each other and each other's abilities. We'll figure it out. Hopefully, we won't have to, but we will.
Mhm. Mm.
Seeker, as you settle in, what does it look like as you kind of curl up on your horse feet?
Like, what does the surroundings look like? Or,
No, what it describe like how you bed down because you do have like four horse feet as opposed to like a humanoid would kind of settle in. So like what does it
right.
look like for you?
Well, and it's weird because I'm half humanoid, half horse. So,
Mhm.
where my horse body is laying, I kind of have to position myself over the rest of my horse body and kind of like lean against it. To some, it may look uncomfortable, but it's the only way that I can be comfortable. So I'm just laying in a soft spot. My front feet and hind feet tucked in underneath me, underneath my horse body, and I'm just kind of leaned back against, propped up against the rest of my body.
As you kind of settle in, you notice out of your peripheral vision that the tiefling sky lantern has come out of his um caravan that he's holed up in for the night, and he kind of casually walks a bit of the perimeter. He stands not awkwardly, but you can tell that he's like trying to catch your eye from the side. Do you approach him or do you just ignore him?
I think Seeker would ignore him, and she'd be like, I think she would notice him, but I don't think she would say anything to him.
And as you avert your gaze, you hear him clear his throat and eventually make his way back to the caravan. The night
I
continues
think
on, and
I
what
think
does
as I'm
Seeker
laying
notice?
there, I think as I'm laying there, I would realize that I never thanked him for the healing potion, and I make a mental note to thank him in the morning when he comes back.
Love it. Everybody gets a long rest, y'all. Well
Yay.
done. All right, so everybody make sure you hit that button on your character sheets. Oh, look at Teak being so supportive of 8-Bit. Oh my god. Love it, Isaac. Love the clapping hands. Hellhander, broth. Sorry. I'll look at the chat. Anyway, as the new day dawns, you all rise to greet the morn. Having had a full night of rest, restoring hit points, gaining spell slots back, we all embark on the remaining journey towards Silver Waters. Here we go. All right. So as y'all make your way closer towards the festivities, the sounds of revelry and the smells of a dozen different feasts greet you well before the glistening waters next to the port village of Silver Waters catch your eye. A gigantic banner. Greetings and welcome to the nuptials of the Lady Divine and Glitz the Dragonborn. Flutters in the breeze between two large poles on the main road leading into town. Ships and small boats are moored at the dock, and the busy labors of the village mix with the obvious celebrations happening in the East Commons area between the village and the nearby forest. So as y'all approach, you can hear and smell the sounds of revelry before you kind of round the next bend and the festivities open up before you. Your attention turns from the clamor and casual work of the area laborers at the sight of a large golden dragon curled up and resting just outside the temporary fence line that has been erected outside of several white tents that hold festivities that people are walking in and out of. And we've arrived at Silver Waters. Great job, everybody.
Yay!
Yeah, we
Hey.
made it.
I'm gonna walk up beside Seeker and whisper, "Hey, do you think Lady Divine is somehow related to this Dark Lady business? Could it be like an evil sister situation kind of thing? Maybe I don't know. Seems kind of oddly familiar and suspicious."
Yeah, I'm a little suspicious too. We should definitely continue to keep an eye out and an ear out too to hear anything suspicious.
What are Mesa and Cramuel doing as you enter this reverie? Sorry, my son's playing games. Ignore him.
Hi, Leo.
He pokes
What?
his head in, like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Just go away."
Finally got some rest, Mesa?
Yes, you all battered up and ready in case shit goes down?
No. I
No?
just pray that my necrolepsy does not kick in again.
Mm.
It's a rare case that the monk said you you're surrounded by people, and next thing you know, you wake up and there's a lot of dead people around you. Necrolepsy. It's a rare case amongst us paladins now. The first case they've seen in a couple hundred years. Very odd. Don't know the whole seasons behind it, but uh, we pray for a cure. Do you have any ailments? Tough of the knee? Sprained
No.
ankle or two?
I have a high metabolism. How about that?
What's metabolism? I, that's a large word. It's a lot of syllables. Metabolism
Alright. Off
rolls
this
off the tongue.
conversation. But I saw you talking to that tiefling earlier.
I did when we first got to town.
Yes, he knew you. How is he? I'm just filling him out because I think as we were on watch last night, I was totally watching the whole night. Didn't fall asleep. Um, I think he might have a thing for Seeker.
You should kill
He
him.
was trying to get her attention.
You should kill him.
Why is he bad?
I don't know, but he knew of the Crimson Tear. That's not a name people should
What?
know.
What?
So you should kill him.
What is the Crimson Tear?
I don't know actually. They say he's a evil man, but I mean, I've never met him. But they say he did kill one of the heroes. I know not who he is, but mystery to us all. Mystery to us all.
Cramuel, are you lying to Mesa right now?
No, Cramuel has no idea who the Crimson Tear is, but the Crimson Tear knows who Cramuel is.
Oh,
He just completely blocks that out of his mind.
I do remember the first time he met Sky Lantern. He was like, Crimson Tear.
um, Mesa, do you want to make an insight check, or are you just gonna take this at face value? What would your character?
She's just gonna pat Cramuel on the shoulder. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to someone else. He walks away.
Well, don't leave me here. Let's go talk to him together.
I'm gonna sidle up beside Crabule and let Mesa go off doing her business. Like, hey, buddy, let's go have a drink. We've earned it.
We're still on the job. No drinking.
Yeah,
We must stay the course.
we ain't our destination. A little sip won't hurt.
I will hold you to it, but I shall not partake. Duty calls.
I'm going to peruse the different tents in the area and see what's around there.
Awesome. As you're perusing, you hear everybody hears this kind of slow clap emerge. It kind of carries above the sounds of reverie. You turn and see this golden colored halfling. Fergalicious Ed has re-emerged, and he says, well, I see you have all finally made it. Wonderful. This is great news. Not for the company, because we'll have to pay you. But for me, I'm very happy
Hold up.
to
Wait a
see
minute.
you all here.
Wait, back up, Fergalicious. Back up. What do you mean not good news for the company?
Well, if you're here to do your job, you have to get paid, obviously, which means less money for the company. But I'm not the company. I'm just me.
Are
Were
you the
we-
one who sell swords?
I don't sell swords. I sell services. Tusk Industries. And he laughs like uproariously as if you've made the funniest joke ever.
Were we not supposed to make it to our destination, Fergalicious? If that's your
No.
real name.
Regardless, I'm very happy that you have. It will throw everything for a loop. Now, you have been assigned as security detail while the festivities continue to undergo whatever amount of time they continue. I assume until everybody passes out within their drinks. Right? Right. So, we'll do that. You will make sure that nothing happens to the alcoholic beverages, the casks, and the ales. Sky Lantern, did he survive the journey? Sky Lantern! And he kind of calls out looking for Sky Lantern. If y'all turn, you see the scarred tiefling kind of peek out around the side of one of his ale casks. He's busy kind of directing the laborers to disembark these supplies from the caravan. But he does give a rudimentary awkward wave to Fergalicious Ed. He pauses and acknowledges his weird shouting before he goes back to doing his work. And there is a kind of makeshift bar. There is a red tent with a wooden kind of bar set up that the casks are being kind of shuffled behind and led over to. Some of the casks are in the process of being tapped. The bar and alcoholic beverages are being set up. And as this happens, there's this roar among the patrons or the guests partaking in the festivities that they give out. Wow! As the alcohol has arrived and everybody's very excited about it. So you guys are set on security detail. You're given a schedule to make random perimeter circulations, basically observing, making sure that nobody has too much of a good time and actually upsets the pre-wedding festivities as they carry on throughout the rest of this day. The ceremony is set to take place this evening at about 4 p.m. And at about 3 o'clock, you four are scheduled to meet up with the bride and groom to receive personal thanks for your services before you are released to kind of partake in, food, drink, general merriment making, everything else. You'll basically be relieved from duties as at that point.
Wait,
So,
so
as
has
Fergalicious Ed partakes this information to you, go ahead, Aloy.
oh, never mind. I,
Yeah, so he kind of gives you the rundown about that in his awkward, kind of halfling, golden-eyed, awkward manner. Um, and at this point, we have Seeker and Pramuel set for the first roundabout perimeter check. So if the two of you would please go ahead and give me perception checks.
Okay.
uh, I'm gonna go up to Mesa and be like, "Hey, I've got a weird feeling about this alcohol. Do you have like tech magic or something that we
I
could
got
use?"
10.
Two.
No, why would I have that?
No, because you're a sorcerer.
It's a useless spell. I would never have that.
All right, so Cramuel and Seeker, as you make your general pass, you see a variety of the high and lowborn classes of Baldur's Gate mingling, refusing to mingle with each other. It's a great mix of folks who were invited to this event. Nobody rolled high enough to distinguish particular persons of interest. Everybody just kind of seems to blend into the crowd. The second you focus on a face, they move away and disappear into a group of people who have been like, "Hey, friend," and they just kind of vanish. So, no single person that you might identify really catches your eye. But as you make your pass, is there anything you want to say to each other or do? Everything seems quiet, like people are having a really great time. But there's no sign of zombies or bandits. Everything around setting up the spirits for the event seems to go according to plan. Sky Lantern seems to have it all under control. So what do you say to each other as you do your lap around the event?
I think Seeker would turn to Cramiel and say, "Hey, I heard about your um, disability, and how can I help you? I have a interest in learning new things. So if we notice that your, what was it again, necro something? If we notice the necro something coming back again, what do we do? How do we help?"
Oh, that idiot doesn't have anything wrong with him. He just doesn't like me. See, there's this is the thing. It's I'm everything that he's not. So sometimes you just gotta have a little violence in your life. And he's just such a nice guy. His first death was not a pleasant one. It was his mentor. He was a bad guy. I killed him, and he just needed to push the blame on someone. So here I am. There's nothing wrong with that idiot. He just doesn't like killing. He's the one that heal you. I'm the one that kills for you.
Am I speaking to the Crimson Tier right now?
Yep, that's me. Crimson Tier at your service. And this is going to end up being a funeral, then a wedding. This place is about as jolly as a turd in a pigsty. I
But
wouldn't drink anything here if I was you, love.
what do you know, Crimson Tier?
I don't know anything, but if you could look around the room and there's all this expensive wine, all this expensive ale, and no one's drunk, and we've been here for God knows how long, what does that tell you? Either people's gonna get busy cheering or get busy dying.
Seeker doesn't know how to respond to that.
I wouldn't even be here if I didn't feel uneasy. The big guy be about making jokes, smiling, dancing like a fool. But here I am. So something's on the edge of his consciousness. Let's be real. I got stabbed by a blade, seen some weird stuff, and zombies came back to life. Fergalicious Ed came up and said, glad you're here, but also not glad you're here. So I don't trust him. And this seeming to be another Cape Town incident where me and Misa barely made it out alive.
Well,
I don't trust him.
I don't trust him either, but I will ask Crimson Tear that you keep your head and only kill the right people.
Why would we kill anyway?
Oh, hi, Cramuel. It's nice to have you back. We're just walking the perimeter. Nothing for you to worry about, Cramuel. We got it covered.
Appreciate it. I mean, it's such a good place to be alive. Look at everyone. Look at the wedding. We're at a wedding. It's a great wedding. We're going to have so much fun.
Seeker, I need you to make an investigation check as something about Fergalicious Ed really reverberates wrongly with you based off of what the Crimson Tear and Cramuel have said. So go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay. I got 20.
Nice. You notice that you remember that Cramuel had been looking for Fergalicious Ed when y'all were en route to the wedding, and he could not be found. Now that you're at Silver Waters, he appears. He did not appear as you made your way into the village. You saw that there was a large golden dragon at the front of it. You recall with that dirty 20 that when Fergalicious Ed appeared to you and gave you your instructions for what your security detail was as the event unfolded, the golden dragon was nowhere to be seen. The
So,
Crimson Tear said Fergalicious Ed was untrustworthy. And as he says this, it just kind of aligns in your mind that you've never seen, well, you haven't seen that as soon as you saw Fergalicious Ed, the golden dragon was no longer in sight.
hey, Cramuel, wasn't
Yes.
there a golden dragon right there?
When we first got here, there was. Maybe they moved it. Maybe it moves. Maybe it's a living statue. Those exist, right? Like I've been to far off places.
In the world, yes.
Yes. Maybe it's a living statue.
Interesting. And what would one, I don't know, do to defeat a living statue?
I mean, it's living, so you just break it up a bit. But if
Samuel, go ahead and make an Arcana check to see if you can remember how to defeat a living statue.
gotcha. All right. Come on, baby.
Come on.
2. Never mind.
You've heard things, but you have no idea.
Nope. I never ran across those in my adventures. I've seen them in books, but I don't read much. Why, you think we might be dealing with a living statue?
I got a feeling And I noticed that when Fergalicious Ed showed up, I didn't notice the golden dragon where I had just seen it. That just seemed a
Hmm.
little suspicious to me.
Hmm. I mean, it's a golden dragon. What would anyone want to do with that? It's just a golden statue of a dragon. Couldn't possibly be real. You think it's
Hmm.
real? Like, you think it's a real gold dragon? Like, what if it's like, could we sell it? Maybe that's how they're gonna pay us. We're just
How
gonna cut off a piece of the dragon and give it to us.
how would they move it so fast? I'd just seen it when we arrived. And then Fergalicious Ed showed up and all of a sudden it's gone? That seems
Could he be
suspicious to me.
could he be a shapeshifter? Should we go tell the others that we might have an issue?
I think we should let them in on our suspicions.
All right. We we can walk and see if we can find them.
I don't know where we
Let,
left them.
let's make haste. Let's meet at the center and work our way around.
So as your shift ends, y'all are about to pass off kind of your perimeter check to Aloy and Mesa. So you have this is the opportunity to tell them whatever you want to say before they do their own kind of perimeter check around the Pacific.
Guys, you won't believe this. Fergalicious Ed may be a living statue.
Or a shapeshifter. We don't know.
I knew there was something off about that guy. He feels like he has ulterior motives. I'll keep my eyes out, thank you.
I don't know what Fergalicious Ed have to do with being an interior decorator, but let's just be on the lookout that if you see a dragon and you don't see Fergalicious Ed, he's a living statue. So try to catch him as a statue and see if you can push him over and see what happens. We don't know. Just some estimates on how to take down a living statue. See if it's made out of marble, gold.
Cramiel couldn't remember how to deal with a living statue.
Thanks, Granville.
No problem. Go team.
All right, as Aloy and Seeker, or sorry, Aloy, I'm sorry, I'm getting the names wrong. As Aloy and Mesa embark on your perimeter check, please roll me perception checks.
Okay, let's use my fancy metal dice.
Great job, Morgan and Apit. That was really fun. Good job, y'all. That was really great.
Perception. What's my perception? +5?
If Mesa didn't think Cramuel was crazy before, she's thinking
So-
it now.
That's 17.
16.
Okay, so as y'all are making your way around the festivities, you see that Sky Lantern has got the keg is tapped. He's got the drinks, the spirits set up in front of the bartenders. Mixed drinks are being made. People are having a great time. The festivities get a tad debaucherous very quickly. You also both notice that Sky Lantern himself is, if you haven't seen it before, he's a little bit of an awkward guy. As things unfold around y'all, he kind of sits off a little bit to the side, looks at his palms, maybe touches his neck. He looks really out of place around all this camaraderie and come togetherness, people from all walks of life here to celebrate this wedding. There's an opportunity to interact with him. Do either one of you partake in that? Or do you just continue your perimeter search and brush him aside?
I would just continue my perimeter search.
Mesa will take the opportunity to walk up
You see, he's kind of got his hands clasped, his shoulders hunched. He looks very much refreshed from the frozen, awkward man who could not act in a moment of anxiety and stress, as when y'all were under attack from the bandits. This is an entirely different shade of awkwardness. There's a lot of activity happening around y'all, and instead of embarking on it, because as the purveyor of all the alcohol at this event, people are like really willing to engage with Sky Lantern, but he just kind of pushes it aside and steps off to the side. So, Mesa, as y'all make your way past him in your perimeter check, what do you say or do as you pass him?
She kind of like saddles up to him. She lets A like keep on walking. She basically just stops in front of him. Uh, uh, she's got her quarterstaff in front of her, and she's like, "Hello, what you doing?"
I'm doing the best that I can, given the circumstances. Most people who give their life to alchemy pray for moments like this, but I find it descending upon me and I don't really know what to do at the moment. I feel a bit awkward, honestly, a little out of my element.
Is there a specific reason why you're awkward? Like a specific person?
That's the shit right there. I've been a soldier for most of my life. I always knew what to do. When there aren't enemies charging, you charge back. You don't really have to think about it. But here, people ask me questions about how I came up with this or that, and I don't know, I'm just a bit out of my element. There are people, a couple amongst your group, who seem to share my ability for just reacting, doing the right thing, the brave thing. I used to share that ability with them. Unfortunately, war has scarred me a bit. I'm left to pick up the pieces. All I can do is admire them from afar and hope that gods above will grace me with what they have once again. I don't know, Mesa. You handled that fight with the bandits admirably. What are you referring to?
I don't think you really saw the fight. I was underneath the cart for most of it.
There's no shame in taking cover.
So who specifically are you talking about that you want to talk to, that you admire? Because there are.
Well, there's a couple in everyone in your party seems capable. Aloy with their choosing the right moment with their archery. The Crimson Tear, of course, legendary amongst us tieflings for his choices in soldiering. And, well, I must admit, my first interactions with your centaur companion were not my best. I was a bit overwhelmed by her beauty and probably just said the wrong thing. She said she was offended and I didn't even apologize to her. A shame, really. She's very capable and it was horrible to see her go down in that last fight. All I could offer was my rudimentary skills in alchemy with a basic healing potion. But, I mean, that's your whole party, it's just 4 people.
Yeah, well, I'm not adept of wooing people either. But I think giving gifts is a great start. It's a great start to get with her. She seems very lovely. I don't really know her that much, but about this Crimson Tear stuff. What is that?
Well, he's not the most welcoming of personalities, honestly. I mean, even amongst us tieflings, there's a lot of admiration, but the smart folks know to keep a distance when he rears his head. I can just tell you that he's well, you never want to come across him in battle. You stay on the opposite. You stay on the same side as him if you know what's good for you. Uh, but I mean that's basically all I know. I've seen him take on foes and I've watched them felled. Not by his side. I've never been on his level. I've always kind of been a foot soldier. It's how I made my way before I got into my current business. And but you know, a paladin of Tyr who's a tiefling is going to be talked about among our people. So I'd heard of him, didn't know him myself.
Mm.
It was a great honor to meet him. I'm just a bit sad he didn't really choose to interact with me. But the great don't become great because of who they know, it's what they do. And I understand that. I'm just a lowly alchemist, foot soldier turned alchemist. So I was honestly super glad to be hired for this gig. People are talking well about my ale and my spirits. So, but what about you, Mesa?
What about me?
Oh, you give a little, you get something back. Tell me about yourself.
Uh, can I do an insight check on this guy if he's actually like trying to suss something out or if he's making conversation?
Sure, make an insight check.
Ooh,
What is ooh?
I rolled a 2, so that makes it a 3.
He doesn't seem to have a deeper agenda.
Okay.
Like the fight really shook him up and it looks like he's putting the pieces together and is just, you know, being honest.
Well, well,
From what you can tell with a 3 anyway.
uh, well, I'm here. I guess getting work. I can't really go back home. Got a large family, an important family, very important family for the fire genasi. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Can't go home. Can I guess do jobs. But yeah.
Right. Don't block your blessings. If there's anything I can do for you, you just let me
Do
know.
you know what you could do? I have a
What
sense
is
that
it?
Seeker really, really wants to thank you for the healing potion, so you should just go up and talk to her. That would be amazing. That would help me so much. It's so entertaining.
I'll do my best.
Great. She's off shift right now, so you could probably go talk to her.
All right. Okay, so as you walk around the rest of the perimeter, you do see people partaking in festivities. Nothing suspicious or too untoward. People are really excited that the alcohol has arrived and their mixed drinks get to be spiked by the spirits of Sky Lantern and the ale that's provided. Most people partake in the ale because, you know, most people are regular folk. But there are some highbrow people who kind of hold themselves off to the side. Because y'all rolled, remind me again what your perception checks were. Or did I ask you to roll them yet? I can't remember.
Yeah, we rolled them. I think mine was like a 19 or something.
19.
I got like a 16.
Okay. So you do notice that the that uh Duke Ravengard is in attendance. And where the Duke goes, his son is not far behind. While you peruse the attendees and don't really catch sight of the Blade of Avernus as you kind of make your way around the crowd, you get the feeling that he's not far off. And as your shift kind of comes to a close, your meeting time to sit down with the bride and groom of the festivities approaches as you kind of come together, waiting in kind of the foyer of the dressing quarters. What do y'all say to each other before you meet the kind of hosts of this big event that's about to unfold?
Is,
Well,
is it all four of us or just them two?
just us.
No, all four of you are
All
together
four?
now,
Oh,
Okay.
getting
okay.
preparing for the meeting of the bride and groom of the festivities.
Uh, y'all ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready to stop being on guard, but I'm also ready to get to a library and research who this
Wait,
woman is.
A library. Library. There's famous people here.
But
Yes,
research.
yeah. I saw Gold Throat, the dragon, the dragonborn Gold Throat was around here somewhere. I wish to get her autograph.
Yes.
Gold
Maybe some
throat.
other things off with them too, but yes. I'm ready to get paid. I need a drink.
I wouldn't drink
It's an
anything here.
open bar.
Well, no.
Mesa.
Well, everyone's stopping Mason from getting a drink. They said they can't drink on the job. So
You're also a fire Ginsey. You shouldn't have
you
been near the barrels.
that's where the fun begins.
That's where the explosions begin. This thing could have went south really quickly.
Like I'm standing in the alcohol, I'm just drinking from it.
There was a lot of fumes. Let's just get through this. We go our separate ways. Because remember, I'm the only healer.
Right.
Yes, there's a lot of work going around. If any of you get hurt, there's a lot of work for me. And a big guy can make you turn green. He's not good at healing.
What is taking these guys so long?
Yes, what's taking them so long? My feet, they're starting to bark.
I'm sure they'll be here any minute now.
All right. So, with that said, a kind of side door, what looked to just be a rudimentary mirror, opens inward, and y'all are granted entrance into the chambers of the Lady Divine.
Ooh, secret passage. I love it.
Secret
Divine of
tunnel.
what?
What?
What is she the divine of?
The lady.
Well, I guess we're not going into a brothel then.
Well, I do owe 200 gold to that. So I need my money.
All right. So as you enter into the opening mirror, it is a room swathed in black. Silks, the walls themselves seem to be made of material, swathed in this metallic gray that almost seems to consume the light. Her bridesmaids kind of gather and chitter around. As you enter, they kind of giggle and, oh, they're here. The security detail's here. And they scatter, run off to the side as y'all make your way into the space.
Hello,
A
lady.
a large oak door opens and the lady emerges. She is draped from head to toe in very soft lace. While there is no breeze within the chamber, it all kind of flutters delicately as it swathes her, from head to toe, hiding her form and figure. But she is very demure and petite and emerges gracefully into the space. Her voice, while initially very quiet, gains confidence as she speaks to you all, as she thanks you for delivering the spirits and ale for her wedding guests. Thank you so much. I know the journey must have been perilous, but I appreciate you making the effort to see that my guests have a wonderful time at the event of my lifetime. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy yourselves while you are here in Silver Waters.
Thank you, milady. The check.
Congratulations, my lady, on your upcoming nuptials. I was glad to be of service.
I have one question. I've been wondering something since I've
Sure.
arrived here. We've encountered a couple encounters with these bandits, I guess, who claim to work for or are trapped by a dark lady. You wouldn't happen to know anything of that, would you?
As you say this, the whole room kind of goes quiet, and you almost feel like beneath her veil, this kind of stark, intense eye contact. What are you suggesting?
I was saying maybe you
No,
know.
no, no. The check.
Questions later.
The check.
Right.
Your friend had something to say. You will be paid for your services regardless. I would hear. I would allow them to finish their statement. Their question?
As I was saying, I was I was just curious if you knew anything about the identity of this mysterious dark lady. Anything that could help us
Sit
learn
in
her
the
identity.
room as we sit in the dark. Everyone has.
So she responds, I know not. I am the Lady Divine. I know not of any sinister dark lady. But I would ask you more. What is the nature of this dark lady? And how has she impeded your work? It's my understanding that you are to provide security detail for my nuptials. Was there somebody intent upon the disruption of my impending vows?
It's possible. We were attacked twice, escorting the alcohol for your wedding. And they made mention of this dark lady. So I assume that they will strike again, though I know not when or where, but it probably will happen again.
Go ahead, Mesa.
Now that you mentioned it, they never interacted during the wedding. They just didn't want y'all to get the alcohol and get drunk.
I
Would
think
that
it was.
disrupt your wedding?
I mean, it was. Could have been drunks.
Like, if the
Does
alcohol didn't
Seeker
arrive?
does Seeker or Cramuel have anything to add, like in this discussion?
uh, milady. um not in not ensuing you or the one who is lady. Just wanted to know, would there be anyone that may want your head or your lovely groomsmen? Um, any contracts with the devil type thing, or um ransom? Just the typical brouhahas and kerfuffles they have here in good old in Faerun. Um, but nothing to worry about. We're all here. As soon as we get those checks, we will head on over and finish there. If anything happens, any kerfluffles or brouhahas, we'll be right on it. No need to worry. You have 4 ready and fully capable adventurers ready to strike down upon any evil as we sit in your completely black room that we should leave expeditiously.
Do you know anyone who practices the dark arts of necromancy?
There are many in the nation of Faerun who see the joys of one as their own opportunity. I will not deny I have many enemies, which is why I'm so grateful that you all were successfully able to escort the spirits and ales to my
Oh, she's
nuptials.
killing everyone. I'm
Yep.
gonna say that out
Yep.
loud. She's
Yep.
killing everyone with alcohol.
We told you, Metha.
Sky Lantern's wares are coveted by many, as he is a very individualistic brewer, and his arts have procured the best ales and spirits that Faerun has ever seen.
Yep. Super good alchemist wine. Yep. Everyone, the
Give me that
check,
health potion.
the check, please. Everyone,
I thank you all
the pleasure is ours.
for allowing this to happen for me.
Hmm.
Checks will be handed out as you leave.
Which we are allowed to, correct? We are allowed to.
And as she says that, she kind of like backs away in like this wave of soft lace.
I don't.
And her bridesmaids kind of gather around and usher you all towards
Hold
the
up.
exit.
I don't like the sound of this. Samuel, this isn't looking good.
As you leave, you are handed your 500 gold pieces with vouchers for food and drink and accommodations for the evening. The mirror click shuts behind you as you leave. And you are whisked over to the opposite side as another mirror opens towards Blitz the Dragonborn, the groom of the nuptials here. And you are welcomed inside by a red scaled dragonborn who is very enthusiastic and excited to see the security detail arrive at their appointed time.
We could burn these vouchers.
Okay, maybe this wasn't a trap after all.
Is there any of the alcohol in here?
Not at the moment. It doesn't appear so. As you look around, you don't see any bottles, any vats. You see, there's no glasses kind of skewed around. Nothing of the alcohol or spirits. Nothing is seen within the previous room where the Lady Divine was, or currently in the gold and red kind of draped quarters of the groom of the festivities, the Dragonborn Glitz. As you arrive, he kind of claps his hands together. This jolly laughter kind of echoes up into the space as his groomsmen seem to be they're playing cards, they're making small talk, they're making jokes with each other about the outfits that they have to wear, like for the nuptials that are pending. As the Dragonborn Glitz approaches you, he gives a hearty clap of his hands. Why, if it isn't my security detail? None of this could have unfolded without your assistance or your commendable efforts. I wish to thank you for everything you have done for me and my beautiful bride so that our nuptials may take place today.
Hey there, quick question. When did you meet your bride? Where? Tell me the story.
It is a beautiful story of the upper crust of Boulder's Gate finagling on a whirlwind romance with the lower city echelons who were just looking to make trouble and have a great time, accidentally falling in love and embarking upon this fairy tale of two people who, while their worlds may be different, their love is the same. That is me and my Lady Divine.
Are you from the upper or from the lower?
And as you kind of take in the nonchalance of his groomsmen, the kind of casual manner in which he interacts with all of y'all, this is definitely a lower city boy.
How long have you been with your Lady Divine?
My Lady Divine, oh, it feels as if it were yesterday, and yet not a day has gone by in our escapade of love and adoration. But I must admit, we have been of acquaintance for nigh on 2 years.
Can I intimidate him to see if he like to force the truth out of him?
So you could make an insight check.
Okay.
Reading of body language, if you're trying to kind of pick up on subtle cues that he might be giving off to see if he is lying to you, you can make an insight check. An intimidation check would require you doing something to intimidate him. And while maybe an effective skill for you, intimidation does have a negative connotation. And he is the groomsman in these festivities that are going on. So he is a person of importance. So there may be consequences to making him feel not so great and revealing something he may not have wanted to you and your group. So I'll leave it up to you. Hold on, Aloy. So you can either make an intimidation check. You have to tell me what you're doing to intimidate him, or you can try and roll an insight check.
Checkmate. Nah, my insight -1. No, I'm good. I won't. I won't. I won't. I'm good. I'll leave it to the smarter folks.
All right, Aloy, what did you want to say?
Said I'm gonna slowly and nonchalantly make my way to the edge of the room and kind of like slowly circle around.
Okay, cool. If you're stealthy, make a stealth check for me.
Alright. Where's my stealth check? Stealth +3. And let's use this one. That's an 11.
Okay, like as you kind of try to disengage yourself from the group and try to circumvent the room, you feel somebody grip your arm not in a malevolent way, but they kind of push you back into the center of what's going on here. You going somewhere, bro? It's one of the groomsmen who is a green scaled dragonborn. Look like you're looking for something.
No,
What's going on?
just looking to see what. Just looking around, seeing what's around.
Yeah, you can see plenty from the center of the room. You don't need to be sneaking off to the sides.
Got a problem with me walking around?
In this space, yeah, you can make your circles around the festivities if you want, but in here, you do what we say. That's my bro over there, and it's his wedding day. I can't just let anybody march up into this space.
Listen, bro, I'm your security detail. Do you want protection or not?
Make an intimidation check. Remember, there might be consequences if you try to intimidate one of the groom's best men. So his wedding party.
Intimidation, that's just a straight roll. That's another 8. It's an 8.
Yeah, unfortunately, as he kind of steps up to you, Dragonborn stepped up to his like left and right, and they're not gonna let you walk around this room like you own it, unfortunately.
Sure.
I was gonna shrug them off and walk back to my comrades.
All right, so you see, Dragonborn Glitz is finishing up kind of his speech of thanks. He does give everybody a kind of groom's gift of 40 gold pieces as just extra thanks for the work that you've done and delivering the spirits and ales to his nuptials um, safely. So everybody can add that to their inventory. There's a groom's gift of 40 gold pieces, a engraved flask, and like a neckerchief, like a handkerchief with the initials uh stitched on hand stitched on them.
Can I go up to Seeker and I'm be like, Seeker, don't you have detect magic?
Yes, I do.
I think I saw like I don't study or any of that, but I think if you do it, whatever woo ha on this guy, you can see
Woo ha ha.
if he's like spelled or something, and or if his memory is altered. Because I don't think he knows anything.
Okay. So do it on the groom?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Let me get to a good spot.
Detect magic. So just to clear that up, that is a great idea. Detect magic is a spell that only detects like if magic items are present. It does not detect whether a person has been charmed. So I will allow you to do an insight check with advantage if you want, Seeker, instead of detect magic, because I think that's a really cool idea. And you don't have to waste the spell slot because you would know, Seeker, that your spell would not detect whether somebody has been charmed. But if Mesa is willing to help you with an insight check, Mesa, you just tell me how you would help. I will let Seeker do an insight check with advantage.
Okay, I guess Mesa goes up to the groom and she saw how he loved talking. So she's just going to ask him to go into like great detail the specifics of how he met his bride. And like if he like kind of stumbles off, she asks him just keep asking him questions and questions.
Okay, so I hear you. You're just keeping him talking so that he's
And
not noticing that Seeker is busy trying to like
and like
read his body language, like suss out the
and keep telling
situation.
like the same story over and over that specific story to see if it's actually just like him robotically saying it, if he says the same stuff over and over again, or if
Right,
it
so you're
is.
trying to pick up if it's like a memory that's been
Mhm.
implanted or if it's really like a genuine story. Okay, cool. I like that. So that description, that is helpful. So Seeker, go ahead and make for me an insight check. Roll a d20 twice. Take the higher number and add your insight modifier. That was really good, Marley. Go ahead and take a d6 of inspiration. That was really good.
Okay, so I would roll insight twice.
Yeah, so you'll roll a d20 twice on your like automatic dice. Just click the d20 two times and then take the higher number and add your insight modifier to it.
Okay. The first one I got was 3, and then the second one was 18.
Nice. So what's your insight modifier? You add that to the 18.
That's with it. I don't have anything. It's a 0.
Oh, total. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So just an 18. All right. With an 18, Seeker, you see that as he delivers this speech, this story about how he met his Lady Divine and how he came to fall in love with her and how they came to become a couple, and that despite their economic differences, they belong together. He really is a man in love and raptured. His body movements are fluid and genuine. He doesn't repeat the same details over and over, but as you ask more questions, Mesa, he elaborates on the story and builds more layers to it. This is not a man who has been charmed into this wedding. This is a dragonborn who is genuinely in love and excited about marrying his bride. So that's good information to have.
Okay.
So it was successful.
It was successful, but can we just leave?
Yeah, as he finishes handing out the gifts, you are escorted out, and the rest of the time and festivities are yours to partake in as the nuptials are about to commence. You can attend the ceremony. There are people who are not attending the ceremony, who are just kind of running a kind of outside. There are a couple of games that are happening. There are people who are just mingling and interacting, drinking drinks and making small talk and chatting and having a good time. It's up to each of y'all. Now you guys are free from your work. You've been given your 500 gold pieces, your groom's gift of an extra 40 gold pieces. You have a voucher for drinks and a voucher for food, and you either attend the nuptials or partake in what's available to you. I'm gonna go through each one of you if y'all want to stick together because I think y'all know that something is happening here. Um, so we can go through each one of you. Y'all can interact as a group and decide what y'all want to do together, like for the next step. What would y'all like to do? I encourage you to
I'm
kind of stick together and like make a group choice. But if y'all kind of want to do individual things, that's okay too.
I want to go and try a sip of this alcohol that we've been tasked to deliver.
Does anybody else want to go and try the alcohol?
I'll go try the alcohol, but I really, basically as a seeker, I really think you should go talk to the tiefling. He seemed to like you. You might be able to wiggle information out of him. The
I
Crimson
feel
Tear might help that.
I feel like we should
Also,
stick
seems like
around. I feel like something's just not right. So I feel like we need to be close in case shit hits the
well,
fan.
he's here. somewhere. I don't know. I lost him in the crowd.
What's Cramuel doing?
I think I shall go and talk to Sky Lantern.
All right. So do we
I will
want to
go
get
with
a drink
Cramuel.
first, or do you all want to go find Sky Lantern first?
Do you want to like go grab the drink all together, then make our way to Cramuel? Not Cramuel. Sky Lantern.
I am not drinking.
I'm not drinking either.
I am not drinking. But you two enjoy. I shall escort you, and then we can all go talk to Sky Lantern.
I'm
He
just
seems
hav-
quite interesting.
I'm just having a little bit because I want to remain sober, but I want to see what this tastes
Just
like.
one drink. Just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
One will
It's
hurt.
fine. All right. So you make your way over to the bartender. Your options are they have like an IPA, which is like 8.5%. They have sorry, 8. Sorry. They have like a basic beer, which is like 4.5%, or they have mixed drinks. They could do like a cranberry vodka, a whiskey and coke, or the bride and groom each have like specific cocktail that you can order that they say represent both of them.
I think I'll do the whiskey and coke. Keep it
All right,
simple.
whiskey and coke. All right. So, bartender whips it up for you. You hand him your voucher. Oh, thank you for keeping our event safe. And he hands you your drink.
No problem.
Do you have any like martinis or anything like that?
Do you want a flavored martini or just like a basic vodka martini or a gin martini or
Do you have any what about dragon fruit?
I have pomegranate. That's the closest I can do.
Go ahead and test out that cocktail that's made by the maiden one. Try that one. It's probably fruity.
All right, what's the bride ones?
The bride one is it's like a Pim's cup with pomegranate, gin, cucumber, and soda water.
Sounds disgusting.
It is fruity.
I'll take the martini pomegranate. I guess if that's all you
Do you
get.
want it with gin or with vodka?
I don't know. I don't. They usually just make it for me. I don't ask.
What kind of bars have you been to? Do you want it with gin or vodka?
Gin, I guess. I don't know. It's usually just brought to me. I don't order.
Ugh, heathens. All right, so you see the bartender make this for you. A pomegranate martini made with gin. It's very nice. It's light. You put a lot of vermouth in it, so you could there's like a bigger aftertaste than you're used to, but it's not bad. It's good. It's
I
crisp.
had a cousin named Vermouth.
How do y'all feel?
Yeah, is this? I don't know. How do we all feel?
Cramuel is staring intently.
It's one drink, so you drink your drinks. It doesn't really seem different from alcohol that you've had on the regular in the gate.
So,
Do you feel dead or coming back to life-ish?
no, I feel normal.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Is this the
interesting.
alcohol that we brought?
Can I use detect magic on the alcohol?
If you want to, you absolutely can.
Hmm. Maybe. I don't know if I want.
Maybe you should put it on the healing potion that he gave you. Because I'm suspicious about that.
I think I did it earlier, didn't I? And you said it was just regular healing potion.
Oh, you just looked at it.
Oh, I thought.
From what you looked at, it looks like a totally normal, regular healing potion.
Oh,
it doesn't look particularly weird. You could still cast it on that if you want to.
It's your
So
choice.
detect magic, it's actually a spell you cast on yourself, and it allows you to see any objects that are any things that are magical, like within the space. You know what I'm saying?
like
Like
a
you
minute,
cast it on
right?
yourself and you're able to see, and they glow with, depending on the school of magic, that whatever they're used for to become magical, the color is different depending on the school of magic. So if you like a healing potion is going to look magical to you even if it is different from like a regular healing potion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like cask of ale that has had magic put into it, you would know this because this is your spell. Like if alcohol is magical, it will look magical to you and it will glow with a certain type of color that would tell you the school of magic that whatever spell was put upon it was cast from, if that makes sense.
And it
Okay.
lasts for like a minute, right? So she could like just
Right,
see
it
the
lasts
stuff.
for a certain amount of time. Mhm.
Okay. Just enough to scan the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and do that.
Awesome. So you cast detect magic upon yourself. What does it look like as you cast this upon yourself?
It looks like um, this green, like haze around me that kind of looks like a radar green. Yes. Yeah.
You put like this dark cloud like over yourself of magic, and you feel your Fey patron kind of giggle in delight as you cast this upon yourself. And as you look out at the room, you see that the casks and the spirits and the glasses that your two companions are martini are all glowing with the dark green of necromantic magic. And that's where we're gonna end our session, guys. 10:30.
Oh no, you're good now. I can't.
Great job, everyone.
Wow.
Good job.
Woohoo! Today was a good one. That was a good one.
We're all gonna die.
No, you guys.
Yeah, me
Well,
and Charlie are dead.
yeah. Well, it's necromancy,
Great job,
so
everyone. Really fun.
Yeah.
I will give my feedback that I really enjoyed the role play. I always love the role play. But I really enjoyed the role play. I really like how if I give kind of cues, really pick up on it immediately. It's really fun. But I also really like how there were some occasions where y'all were like, no, 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 I want to do this thing. And then when I asked for a description, y'all went out of your way to give me a really in depth description about what you wanted to do to justify the kind of check that y'all were trying to make. And I really appreciate it. Does anyone else have feedback like for me or for each other before we wrap up?
Once again, YouTube said that was amazing. Thank you, DM.
Thanks, YouTube.
yeah,
Twitch and YouTube.
I think we all felt a little more comfortable today, and so I feel like it went a whole lot smoother, like our interactions together and stuff. Um, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I feel like we got a lot accomplished.
Really great. Y'all were awesome. So I think for our next session, we are rescheduling. We don't have a cemented date because we have to pick a new date for us to kind of figure it out. But we will talk about that. The next part, I'm really excited for the next part of our game. And thank y'all for playing with me and for joining me on this journey. It was really fun.
Yay.
Everyone did really, really well.
Thanks for
Everyone
Thank you,
gets to
Sasha.
level up. Everybody gets to level up
Woo!
to level 3.
Yes.
Yay! Now if I can remember how to do it.
Well done, everyone. Thank you so much. I had so much fun. Y'all are the best. And thanks, YouTube. Thanks, Twitch. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next time, and we will all, I'm sure, post on our own individual social medias about when that will be once we figure it out. But good
Have a
night,
good night.
y'all.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night. I gotta level up. All right. Pact of the Blade. You can choose your action to create a packed weapon in your empty hand. You can choose the form that this melee weapon takes each time you create it. You're proficient with it while you wield it. Well, I've got dual, I think. You learn the find familiar spell and can cast it as a ritual. The spell doesn't count against your number of spells known. When you cast the spell, you can choose one of the normal forms of your familiar or one of the following special forms: imp, pseudo dragon, quasit, or sprite. Additionally, when you take the attack action, you can forego one of your own attacks to allow your familiar to make one attack with its reaction. Interesting. Pact the talisman. Your patron gives you an amulet, a talisman that can aid the wearer when the need is great. When the wearer fails an ability check, they can add a d4 to the roll, potentially turning the roll into a success. This benefit can be used a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and all expended uses are restored when you finish a long rest. If you lose the talisman, you can perform a 1-hour ceremony to receive a replacement from your patron. The ceremony can be performed during a short or long rest, and it destroys the previous amulet. The talisman turns to ash when you die. Interesting. Oop. And then a tome. Your patron gives you a grimoire called a Book of Shadows. When you gain this feature, choose 3 cantrips from any class's spell list. The 3 needn't be from the same list. While the book is on your person, you can cast those cantrips at will. They don't count against your number of cantrips known. If they don't appear on the warlock spell list, they are nonetheless warlock spells for you. If you lose your Book of Shadows, you can perform a 1-hour ceremony to receive a replacement. The ceremony can be performed during a short or long rest. Destroys previous book. We are in core rules. I've got Eldritch Blast. Does Shillelagh work on javelins? Club or quarterstaff? Nope. Chill touch. Channeling the chill of the grave. Make a melee spell attack against a target within reach. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the end of your next turn. I like that. And then, that's Druidcraft. Whispering to the spirits of nature, you create one of the following effects within range: weather sensor, bloom, sensory effect, or fireplace. You light or snuff out a candle. You create a harmless sensory effect like falling leaves, spectral dancing fairies, a gentle breeze, the sound of an animal, or the faint odor of skunk. The effect must fit in a 5-foot cube. You instantly make a flower blossom, a seed pod open, or a leaf bud bloom. That one doesn't sound very good. I don't know, maybe firebolt and guidance. You touch a willing creature and choose a skill. Until the spell ends, the creature adds 1d4 to any ability check while using the chosen skill. Sure. Damage increases by 1d10. I thought it was really good. I thought we all did a lot better than the first time. I feel like the first time we were still kind of like, maybe, I don't know. Am I supposed to choose another one? I feel like we really didn't know how to go off of each other, like play off of each other the first time. I feel like this time was a lot better. Acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation. Is that replacing that one, or is it just choosing another one? It'll keep getting better as y'all build rapport. Yeah. I'm anxious for the next one. Since we're at the wedding and shit's about to go down. I don't know. Is that replacing it, or is that just another one? All right. Oh yeah, we gotta get all the way to the end. I don't think I have anything else. Party quality seemed to have been a bit better at this time. What do you mean? Like us playing together, or like the stream? Woohoo! 24. Sweet. Wait, what was my perception? I don't remember. Those webcams were freezing. The audio was crispier. Yeah, it did seem a lot better. Yep, I agree. Although my OBS wasn't liking it. Like I didn't have the shared chat. Like my shared chat wasn't popping up in my OBS like it did last time. I don't know if that was me thing or what. But yeah. Okay, so I got what I just had. Chill touch and firebolt. And guidance. Right? Where'd it go? I thought I had guidance too. It shows you in share chat, did it? It wasn't showing up on my OBS, my little chat thing. Pop out. Pop up, pop out. Chat thing on my dock or whatever. On OBS. It did last time. Last time I was able to keep up with chat. Because that's normally where I look, is on my OBS. But today it wasn't doing it. I don't know why. Oh, I guess I should turn on my webcam and stuff. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for me. So now 24 hit points. And sure you weren't using share chat through the browser? No. No, it was showing up in my chat. I mean, it worked for a little bit. Like I kept seeing Nightbot and then his bot and then Nightbot and then his bot. I tried to fix that this time by like turning them off of moderator, but they still went through. So next time I'll just have to turn them off here. But now I know for next time. Yeah. So I got a couple more cantrips to try. I don't know why it doesn't say guidance. Is it a spell? It is. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guidance. I thought it said it was a cantrip. Concentration. Okay. All right. Well, have a good night. I might get on later. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But I gotta go eat some lunch, get up, move around a little bit. It was a long session because we started on time and then went all the way to the full time. So that was a really long. Yeah. If I come back, I will see you guys. If not, I'll see you guys next time. God bless you. Have a good evening. Happy trails.